Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. Thank you so much for stopping by today. It has turned cold again in Oklahoma. You just saw that fire. I just checked it out. It's good right now with wood, but I'm making sure it stays stocked up because it's about 20 degrees. We have a north wind and it's freezing outside. But animals still have to be checked on. Farm chores still have to get done. There's no days off whenever you have animals. And I've got my Giver gloves on. These gloves are pretty warm, but when it gets below freezing, they're not completely insulated to that level. They make a glove that is better insulated. So a little trick that I like to use is take some hot hands, drop that down in that glove. Got plenty of room to put that on. And I have heated gloves walking around. So if you ever get cold hands and you don't have the really high-end gloves that keep you warm, you got work gloves, throw some hot hands in there and you're good to go. Well, today I'm going to head out in a minute. You can see maybe back here behind me. The goats are all back there. I'm going to head back there, check in on the goats, make sure they're doing okay. I've got plenty of firewood up in my wood crate over there, so we're good there. But I want to check on the goats in this cold weather. We have one more Kiko nanny that's due soon. I want to check on her. So I just want to do kind of a wellness check on everything, make sure it's doing good. Hey, pig. I don't need you. I was just checking on your old feeder to make sure you're good. Man, it's a big difference when you get in out of the wind. It is so cold out there and that wind just makes it worse. The pigs are doing good. I just showed you them. After I put them a bale of straw, they probably stayed in their hut 99% of the time. They come out to eat, they come out to get a drink, then they go back in their hut where the straw is and stays warm in there. Can't really blame them. Before I go out and feed the goats, I was going to show you real quick. We got the other shelf. So whenever we bought the shelf for freezer camp, we bought 2 of them. So if you guys missed that, these shelves will hold 10,000 pounds of weight. They're from Sam's Club if you're interested in them. I think there's still probably a link down in our description. You can go check it out. But we've been getting the shop cleaned up a little bit. And it was in dire need of getting cleaned up. But I love a clean shop. I try to keep it clean, but there's almost no way to do it, especially in the wintertime when the tractor's going in and out with mud all over it. Hopefully this summer I'll get to build a lean-to on the back of the shop and start parking my tractor under it instead of inside the shop where that mud falls off the tires and all that. But I'm going to get the feed for the goats, head out there, and let's check on them. Starting to get a little low feed. I'm going to have to make a trip to the store before too long. Zena! Come on, ZZ! Come on in, girl. Good girl. So as always, I'm going to put Zena up for just a little bit. She's a good dog, but she'll knock my camera over for sure. So I just got all the goats fed, and I don't think I finished up on our last video at Walker Farm Fam. This nanny right here, that I caught her having a live birth, she actually had twins. So she's doing good. Over here in this corner those are 2 shadows, and then one of them belongs to, so those 2 right there are shadows, and this one and this one were the second goat that kidded out. And of course, this black and white one right here is the black and white goats. And so far our twins have been 1 male and 1 female. And let's go check out the twins that this mama had right here. She just had them last. So I hear one of them out here bellowing. Hey, why you crying, bud? Why are you crying? Huh? Go back in there with them. There you go. Okay, so those two are twins that the newest mama had, and I haven't got to check them yet to see if they're are male or female. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Hey, babies, you guys are okay? Aren't they pretty though? Just the prettiest little goats. Let's see. I believe you were born first. I believe that. So you're the oldest. Oh, they're so soft. Can I see if you're a male or female? That's a male. And a female. So all of our twins have been one boy and one girl. That's awesome, guys. So I saw one goat. One of our pygmies was really standoffish a while ago. Whenever I got in the pen, she was standing over here by herself, and I just see a little bit of blood coming out of this right here. So there's a chance there's another goat back here, guys. I don't know, but let's go see if we can find it. Oh, hey, Mama. You think I'm coming back here checking on something? Oh, I am. Look, guys. Surprise. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Another baby. Oh, it's beautiful, Mama. Wow. You have a beautiful baby. Here. I'll stay out of your way. Let me go see if I can find something to break this wind. Whoa. You guys saw that? Another baby. This one is a pygmy Kiko cross. This is our first pygmy Kiko cross, and I'm happy that she had it by herself. I know Kiko's a little bit of a bigger goat for a pygmy, but they can do it. They can have them. And that baby is just out there. It's out of the north wind. She had it behind the break, but I'm going to see if I can move it a little bit of shelter out there to give it more of a break. There isn't any more rain or snow in the forecast, so if I can just get a little more of a break, then we'll be in good shape. So let's see. I got this doghouse together. I'm going to see if I can take this out there. Maybe it'll get in it. Here you go. Hey, how about you take it in there? Huh? Would that be okay if you took it in there, baby? All right, I'll leave you alone. You know what you're doing, I guess. You got baby dried off and doing well. Man, it's pretty. You got a pretty baby. My hands are getting numb. Taking this camera on and off, and the wind is like crazy. I have no idea if you can hear any of this or not, but we did find a new baby. We still have this mama right here. Hasn't had a kid yet, so we're still waiting on one more Kiko kid for sure. This is exciting time though. This is our first kidding season on the farm, where we have multiple kids at one time. We've had one previously to this, just kind of randomly after we got our goats. But this is really the first kidding season, and that mom is checking it out. I think she's going to take her baby in there. Let's see. So it looks like she's taking her baby in there, but like I said, it's just too cold today. The goats don't seem to bother them a whole lot. Look at all the kids over there though. Aren't they beautiful? Especially the ones with spots. I'm kind of partial to them. And you guys had all kinds of responses about this goat right here and what's on its side. But look at those babies. All those, and these are purebred Kikos right here. So all these are Kikos. I'll definitely be keeping some does out, keeping them back probably. And so far it's been 50-50. We've had half does and half bucks, so we're in good shape. Of course, if I do keep them, that means I'll have to get a new buck. But we'll see how it goes.
The wind is blowing. They say by the weekend that it'll be snowing. I guess I'm just tired of the cold. That this life is offered, but I shouldn't complain. There's so many things that I should be thankful for. And I've been hoping, praying, thinking and saying that I wish things just would change. But I know it's me that needs to change. And life's not easy, and it will never be. And the only hope is waiting there for me, waiting there for me to set me free. God will set me free. Times get lonely, but it's times like these I need to see that there's a hand held out for me. And it's a strong hand, a hand that understands my every need, every blood drop that I bleed. And I've been hoping, praying, thinking and saying that I wish things just would change. But I know it's me that needs to change. Life's not easy, it will never be, and the only hope is waiting there for me, waiting there for me to set me free. God will set me free.
So I'm in the coop to get eggs, and I see Mr. Peabody, and I don't know if he's sleeping or what. Let's see. Well, I hate to have to call Cassie and tell her. She just made it home from school a few minutes ago. She's in the house cooking supper with the kids. I'm doing all the chores today because it's super, super cold. But Mr. Peabody is gone. So I don't see any signs of a predator. He's been going in here in the nighttime and coming out in the daytime. He's actually taken up with the chickens really well lately. He's been doing great, but he was in this old horse trailer. That's where he's been the last 2 or 3 days. At nighttime, he comes in here, and then in the mornings, he comes out. So I don't know what it is or what it was, but Mr. Peabody just has passed away. I want to look around, make sure I don't see any signs of a skunk or predator or anything else, but he's gone. Can you do that little dance you just did again, please? I really like that. Oh, baby goats. I wish they'd do that dance and just dance like crazy. Kind of reminded me of Cog Hill or somebody. Hey, can you do that dance again? I want to see it. I want to see it. All right. Well, I'm out here because you guys saw me take this hay and dump it into my gorilla cart. I don't usually feed hay in the hay barn, but in the cold weather, I've been making a little bit of an exception. I want to feed it right there on the edge, because this will get the guys out of the north wind. So the north is that way. It gets them out of the north wind, lets them come in here and eat on the hay in here in the dry a little bit. And such a small amount, they should clean most of that up. But it's super fun to get in here and get to see the kids. And man, they have got all the personality. You sure have a pretty baby too, Mama. I like that little black and white one. She's got the prettiest ears. She's got the prettiest ears. Yeah. So we just made it back inside, and the great news of the day was our Pico goat.
Yes, that was super exciting.
So Pico is half
Pygmy,
half Kiko.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, well, I was trying to put the K before the P. It doesn't work out. So Kevin over at Hidden Heights Farm calls them Pico goats. He's raised some in the past. We didn't even know that goat was bred. I mean, I thought she was a little fat.
Well, I told Gary the other day, I'm pretty sure that we call them Josh's goats because that's who we got them from. And I said, one looks like it's getting a little big, but
she was getting a lot big apparently. No, they're small and squatty, and
they are very wide and squatty.
They carry their weight well, and so you saw that little goat. I mean, it is cute. It's kind of squattier too. It's weird. It looks like the other ones, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
And it's not nearly as long-legged. It's not nearly as big.
And a lot of those smaller goats are fainter goats. So if it has some fainting in it, it might be a fainting Pico.
But you guys saw it first here on Catching Up with the Walkers. So Walker Farm Fam hasn't even seen it yet. You guys are special. And we had some really bad news. Unfortunately, the most random thing of the day was me poking my head in that trailer just to gather eggs, and I found Mr. Peabody.
Yeah, when Gary told me, I was like, are you sure? He had just calmed down and settled down. He had been, seemed like he was relaxed and feeling a part of the bird herd. He was, going around with them, and he had started going in and out of the horse trailer chicken coop that we have using the automatic chicken coop door. And it seemed like everything was great.
He had weighed 180 from where he was when we put him in that pen. When we first put him in here, he would circle the outside. He was now coming up when I would feed scratch and corn to the chickens and turkeys. He would come up and eat just like them. Every single day, I'd say, hey, Mr. Peabody. I'd go out there and talk to him. He seemed normal. I walked in, and he's just no longer there.
And no sign of struggle, no sign of anything happening or fighting, no feathers laying around. Like if he would have gotten in a fight with another chicken, there would have been some feathers laying around.
His body was completely intact, just like normal. There wasn't any signs the predator had attacked him. So
yeah,
I don't know.
When we got him, a lot of you guys mentioned, you said, what's wrong with his neck? And I couldn't ever tell if there was like a lump in his neck or if it was just the neck is so long and does these weird things.
It kind of looked like it was cocked, kind of like a turn in it.
Yeah, so I don't know if something was wrong, but he had seemed to be doing really well. And then Gary found him. So unfortunately, that's part of farming. It's not the part that we love, but it happens. We've told the kids and they know and understand, and it's just kind of part of it. Ransom said, well, let's get another one. And I said, well, I don't want to turn around and just go buy another one right now. That was kind of a special thing that Gary brought home and Mazzy from the auction that day. But we'll just kind of see how it plays out if we get another one. We had spent a lot of time on putting him up so he wouldn't fly away and things like that. So
if there is a next time, we'll probably get two. I'll get a couple
together, a pair,
and we'll probably build them like a habitat, because Dutch lets his roam out free, and it gets on top of his house and gets on top of his camper. and stuff like that. I don't know if that's exactly what we want here on the farm. I wouldn't mind having a habitat if you wanted to raise
He was
chicks.
beautiful.
But he was an awesome bird. So unfortunately, this is life on the farm though. You have life, brand new life, and it's really random. On the same video, we had death.
Yeah.
It's just the cycle of life on the farm, and it's difficult. I know a lot of you guys probably aren't used to it, but whenever you have this many animals, it happens, and it happens not often, but more often than we would like.
Yeah, so we hate how it played out, but that's how it played out. We could never mention it, but we try to share the good and the bad. So we wanted to let you guys know. So when you don't see Mr. Peabody in future videos, you know why.
Yep, and as far as catching up with the walkers, if you guys have any prayer requests at all, leave those down in the comments. My dad has been going to a specialist to see somebody about some stuff that's going on with his hip and his leg and kind of his back. So if you guys would keep him in your prayers, I really would appreciate it. And we had another update on Ryder today. I saw on social media, just more progress there. Thank you guys so much for keeping him in your prayers. We do appreciate that as well.
Yeah, and if you guys have prayer requests, please go down in the comments and put those there so we can be praying for you. And we appreciate you guys going down and encouraging one another and praying for each other down there. So we thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video with the good and the bad as part of farm life. And we appreciate you guys so much. We love you guys. Have a great day, and God bless.